Boom, bam. Let's go. What's up, man? It's the Great Debate Show. I'm your host, your favorite Uncle JJ. And as always, yeah, I got something to say. What do I have to say today? Well. It looks like the Baltimore Ravens finally decided to listen to me. Finally. For years, I've been saying, what does John Harbaugh do for the Ravens? When is he going to be held accountable for all the blown leads, and just so many things have happened while the Ravens lose, and people just keep saying Lamar can't win the big one. Lamar can't win the big one. Well, the breaking news right now is the Ravens have heard me and they finally listened. The Baltimore Ravens have just fired their head coach, John Harbaugh. That's right. That is not a error. You did not hear a glitch. This is not a typo. There's nothing wrong. I said what I said, and it's the truth. It's the facts. John Harbaugh is fired from the Baltimore Ravens. And all I have to say to that is, it's about damn time. Now, I hate to rain on somebody's, I wouldn't say rain on the parade, because he's not having a parade right now. I guess what I should be saying is, I hate to celebrate a person losing their job, because it's never a good thing to lose your job. But of course, this guy is a head coach of the NFL for 18 years. He's a celebrity. He's a rich made man. So, and he'll go right back to work. I promise you that. So it's not the end of the world for John Harbaugh. But finally, the Ravens understand and they're listening. They really see it's time for a change. Now, what did I say before the Steelers and the Ravens played? What did I say? Frank, what's up, man? Thank you for the rose, brother. How you doing, Frank the Tank? That's my guy there, man. He's been rocking with me for a minute. He doesn't miss a live stream at all. Thank you, Frank. One love, man. Hey, look, didn't I tell you all before the Steelers and the Ravens played Sunday night? I said that I think that the Ravens probably win this game. I'll go with the Ravens. But whoever loses this game, whether it be the Ravens or the Steelers, I think the coach should get fired. And I know the Steelers wouldn't just say, Mike Tomlin, you're fired. They would have just respectfully, mutually agreed to part ways. And that's exactly how I thought that would happen if the Steelers lost. But I also said, look, if the Ravens do lose, get rid of Harbaugh. Remember, just a few weeks ago, I did an episode titled The End of an Era in Baltimore. And that's exactly where we're at right now, the end of an era. Now, does this mean after firing John Harbaugh after 18 seasons, does this mean that they're going to keep Lamar Jackson instead and, give him the right offensive coaches, the right head coach, maybe an offensive style, offensive-minded head coach? Probably. Will they clean house? Will they start all over and go for another quarterback too? That could happen, but I hardly doubt it. You get rid of Harbaugh, why would you get rid of the quarterback? I said Sunday night after the Ravens lost, somebody has to go. And I'm tired of everybody putting all of the blame on Lamar Jackson. Like, come on, man. Was it Lamar Jackson's fault when Zay Flowers had that fumble against Kansas City in 2022? Was it Lamar Jackson's fault when Isaiah Likely didn't get the catch in the back of the end zone? And then the second time they played the Chiefs, he was short by a toenail when he didn't get the touchdown. Was it Lamar Jackson's fault when Mark Andrews had the drop in the AFC Championship game in 2023? And then something else happened in 2024. Something happens every year, but nobody brings those names up. They just say Lamar can't win the big one. And I think that the real answer to this has been John Harbaugh, and the Ravens have reached their ceiling. He will not bring in the right offensive coaches. Todd Monken, Greg Roman before that for years, and they just outstayed their welcome. After 18 years, I think it was about damn time that Harbaugh is removed. Now, somebody will be tearing the door down, running through the door, trying to get that man to be their next head coach right now, I'm sure. The New York Giants, the Atlanta Falcons, the Arizona Cardinals, all the firings that happened on Monday. Jonathan Gannon from Arizona. The Falcons fired Raheem Morris and their general manager. Kevin Stefanski's out of Cleveland. So there's plenty of teams that will love to go get John Harbaugh. Me personally, I wouldn't be interested. He just doesn't do it for me. But teams like the Giants and the Cardinals and the Falcons, they may be desperate to do so because he does bring a winning mentality to a franchise. Don't get me wrong. But it was just time to end that in Baltimore. There's nothing that he can do for the Ravens that he hadn't already done other than win a Super Bowl, and that hasn't happened. And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, Lamar saved his job in 2018 when Lamar Jackson was a rookie. And Joe Flacco was stinking it up. And he put Lamar Jackson in. And it saved his job. He was going to get fired 8 years ago. And here we are 8 years later, nothing to show for it. Not even an AFC championship. No Super Bowl appearance. Just, well, we got close. Not enough playoff wins either. So now what happens for the Ravens? Does Lamar Jackson stay and get that extension? Or do they ship him on to Miami or something like that? Or does he stay and they get an offensive-minded coach? And who should that be if they do so? What about Derrick Henry? He's like 32 now. Is his contract up? Is he going to be a free agent? I don't know. You see there? OCCG, how you doing, brother? Good evening. Hope y'all had a terrific Tuesday. CG says he should have given the ball to Derrick Henry more. Why didn't he? Because just a few years ago, we were saying, why didn't the Ravens run the football in the AFC Championship game against Kansas City? Sometimes they run it too much, and sometimes they don't run it enough at all. And it was just tiring. It became old. And so I'm glad that this is over and this is done. I don't know who they should go get right now, but I just wish Eric Bieniemy was the offensive coordinator for Lamar Jackson. Get him back over there. He is the running back coach right now for the Chicago Bears under Ben Johnson. He could use a promotion to get back into the OC status and maybe work his way up to being a head coach. That is a phenomenal brother. He's a good play caller. And the Chiefs hadn't been the Chiefs really since he left. He went to Washington. He played 1 year. He coached 1 year under Ron Rivera. And then they fired him. And then he went to college. And now he's back in the NFL. Go get Eric Bieniemy. Or go get Joe Brady right now from the Buffalo Bills, the offensive coordinator. As soon as the Bills exit out the playoffs, if they don't go to the Super Bowl, go get Joe Brady. Get an offensive-minded guy. Because Lamar Jackson, and some of those throws that he threw to Zay Flowers on Sunday night, even though they still lost the game, didn't that just make you wonder, oh my God, what would Lamar Jackson be if he just had some true number one receivers, some good receivers? Because Zay Flowers ain't all that. He's not a true number one. I don't care what anybody says. But if he had good receivers and good coaches, good offensive play callers, what would his career look like? They need to hurry up and fix that because he's running out of time. Lamar Jackson is like, he'll be 29 this month. So time is ticking. And he dealt with an injury this year while everybody's talking shit. You could tell Lamar wasn't Lamar, even when he took off on some of the plays and had to run. He ain't the same dude. He didn't have that burst, that explosiveness. He was banged up too. Okay? And a lot of that is partially because that offensive line was weak this year and nobody wants to say it out loud. What are the Ravens going to do? I'm going to read some comments and get out of here, but I had to break the news. Other firings, John Harbaugh is the biggest one today, of course, but Jonathan Gannon, after 3 seasons, is out of Arizona. Raheem Morris, he got fired Sunday night. After 2 seasons in Atlanta, he's out. So is the general manager. Kevin Stefanski, after 6 seasons in Cleveland, and he actually won Coach of the Year twice. I didn't realize that, but he's out. And I think that was the right move. He was sabotaging Shadir Sanders. He was just running the ball, and wait till it's 3rd and 15 before he would call a passing play for Shadir. Come on, man, stop it. Good evening, Mikey. How you doing, brother? Wait, Harbaugh actually got fired? Yes. Yes, he did. How you doing? Damn, I can't read that, man. Visa? I'm just going to call you Visa. What's up, King Mikey? How you doing, brother? What's up, Zach? I respect the 49ers because they're just them. And my friend goes for them. I got you. Appreciate that, Zach. What's up to Directions? Wall Directions? How you doing? Hi to you. Zach 76, do you respect the Lions? I do. Speaking of the Lions, they fired their offensive coordinator, Joe Morton, today. Dan Campbell has to go back to the drawing board and get him a better OC. He was definitely not that good this year. The difference an offensive coordinator makes. Ben Johnson is in Chicago as the head coach, and he has the #2 seed in the NFC playoffs this season. And the team that he left didn't even make the playoffs without him. That says a lot, doesn't it? All right, if there was one coach that you think the Ravens should get, who would it be? Who's Arizona going to hire? Who's the New York Giants going to hire? Who are the Tennessee Titans going to hire? Who wants to take that job and coach Cam Ward? Did he do enough his rookie season for anybody to say, yeah, I like that young kid. He's got potential. I know this wasn't his best rookie season, but he did not have the supporting cast he needed around him. Who would say, I want to challenge him and I want to make Cam Ward better? Who's going to be the next Ben Johnson to step up and go to Tennessee and do exactly what Ben Johnson did with Caleb Williams with the Chicago Bears? That's something we don't talk about enough. Who is going to be the next coach for the Tennessee Titans? The Giants, the Browns, and now the Ravens. I said the Cardinals, the Falcons. Black Monday was yesterday, but we got a little big Black Tuesday also. I guess they slept on it on Monday and said, yeah, we're going to fire him. Kudos to the Ravens organization for finally making that stand, though. I mean, I love continuity. I do. A lot of these organizations are way too impatient with these coaches, but 18 years is long enough. John Harbaugh was there for 18 years. And look, if the Steelers lose Monday night to the Texans, I'm still not ruling out Mike Tomlin and the Steelers agreeing to mutually part ways right after that game if they go another year without winning the playoffs. Without winning a playoff game. Okay, hold on. Let me see for a second what this is that I just thought I saw popped up here. Damn it. What is this? Hold on. Man. Okay. That was nothing. Jason Garrett. Y'all remember Jason Garrett from the Cowboys, former coach, NBC analyst right now. Jason Garrett is interviewing for a head coaching job with the Tennessee Titans. I just asked, who are the Titans going to hire? I don't think that's the right move, Tennessee. They're also interviewing Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator with the Commanders. They've already said he's going to step down. He's not going to return to the Commanders, so I hope he gets a job now because it's already kind of been said that he's not coming back to Washington. Washington Commanders fired their DC. The Detroit Lions fired their OC. So at least one team in the AFC North got it right. But why didn't the Cincinnati Bengals fire Zach Taylor? They're keeping the head coach and the general manager. And that's one thing that I forgot to come in and talk about yesterday. Sometimes, the definition of insanity is when you continue to do the same thing over and over, the same foolish thing over and over, and you get the same results every damn time. The Bengals are insane. I don't know why they would keep Zach Taylor after 6 seasons. And for the past 3 years straight, they have not seen a postseason game. And yet he's still the coach. He must got that Marvin Lewis pact. At least Marvin Lewis got the Bengals to the playoffs every year. They just never won any damn thing. Zach Taylor ain't even got to the playoffs in a while. And I'm tired of talking about that Super Bowl appearance in 2021. That seems like that was so long ago. And you didn't win it, so what does it mean? Zach Taylor's still the head coach in Cincinnati. Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa are going to have a heart-to-heart and discuss if they can continue to be with each other and coexist for the 2026 season. Tua was asked about a new start, a new fresh start somewhere else. He said that would be dope. He knows his time is up in Miami. And I don't think there's anything Mike McDaniel and Tua are going to talk about that's going to get him to stay. So who's going to be the next quarterback in Miami? Before they fired Harbaugh today, I would have said Lamar Jackson. But now I'm pretty sure they're going to give Lamar what he wants. He's going to get his extension. But they need to bring in somebody that will say, hey, let's go sign a talented wide receiver in free agency. Let's draft some good wide receivers. Let's keep Derrick Henry for another year or two, and let's run the table. And let's get this defense back to the Ravens defense that we once knew, because it's not them. Bring Rex Ryan back as the defensive coordinator. The Ravens fired their DC yesterday, I believe. And I said to myself, damn, that's the scapegoat. They're still not going to get rid of John. They did today. All right, let me read some comments and we're going to get this thing cracking. But yeah, Harbaugh got fired today. He did. My friend is a Jets fan, and I always ask him why. My man ready to cash in the bank. Got that right, Sean. How you doing? How y'all doing, man? Visa, Sean, King, Mikey, the greatest debater. How are you? Let's go, Jags. What's up, Keith? How you doing, brother? Good to see you again, man. Frank, today is White Tuesday. Okay, Frank, I'll take that too. Yeah, everything bad is black. You're right about that. So yeah, he's here. We're gonna call it White Tuesday. I'm putting $5,000 down on the Steelers to lose. Don't do that, man. I predict them to lose too, but don't put that much down on that. Steelers will lose, says Terry. I said they were going to lose Sunday night. Y'all called me crazy. You said I was delusional. Not you all, but somebody did. TikTok, here I come. 1 second. Let me see what y'all talking about. I only see 8 likes. Come on, people. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you, Keith. That's right. Let's get those likes up, baby. I know I look a little different. I'm not all the way in the camera, man. I'm in a hotel. And I just brought some of my props, and I just still brought it up and put it up. But this is the best I can do for y'all right now. I know this ain't quite the vision and, you know, the right angle, but here I am, live and in living color, to break the news that John Harbaugh is fired. Richard Ian says, if we lose Salah to someone for head coach, do you want or do you think Raheem Morris would be a good replacement? Raheem Morris is not a bad DC, but I never thought he was a great one either. Salah is, there's rumors that Salah is about to get asked to be interviewed for the Arizona Cardinals head coaching job. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all now. As much as I like Salah, he didn't do enough with this defense this season to be getting these interviews. They must just think that he can still lead men. He did a pretty good job with the Jets. It's just the Jets. But he ain't done enough this season to say, oh, wow, look what they did. Yes, we're in the playoffs, but it has nothing to do with our defense. So I'm kind of surprised. Earlier in the year, I thought, oh, man, he's going to be one and done. I said that. But the defense just still didn't get it together like I wanted to, like I expected by the end of the year for everybody to just be, you know, tearing the door down to get the Robert Saleh. But yeah, there's rumors he's still going to get some interviews. I'm hearing the Cardinals. I think the Tennessee Titans. But I don't know if these are just minority interviews and they're just doing that to do their due diligence and they don't really have any plans on hiring him, or they are really interested in Robert Saleh. I don't know. We'll find out. Time will tell. But Raheem Morris, what's his name again? Yeah, Raheem Morris is not a bad replacement, but I think he's more of a secondary guy. But, man, the Falcons defense still just couldn't get it going either. The pass rush started to come along, but Matt Reed said, I don't want Salah to go to the Cardinals. NFC West has many good head coaches. I feel you, Matt Reed, but that's the word as of now. I think I saw that earlier today on X, formerly known as Twitter. Fly, Eagles, fly. Philly proud. Repeat, starts with the 49ers. I hear you, Terry. Well, hey, man, good luck on your game Saturday against my 49ers. We'll see. We will see how it goes. JCT. I think Salah gives our defense a shot with a full year healthy. Yeah, but will he come back for that? Will he be back for that year? I agree, but will he be here? Jay said had to couch his he had to couch his ass off. I give him props because I didn't think he would have won 12. The defense didn't do it though. But yeah, we did win 12. Panthers beat the Rams, says forever greatness. That would be great. I don't think it happens, forever greatness, but it would be great because if the Panthers beat the Rams, and if we did luck up and beat the upset the Eagles, we go to Carolina for the division round, not Seattle, the number 1 seed. Am I right? No, I'm still wrong. The Packers would have to win too. The Packers would have to beat the Bears, and then the Packers would go to Seattle. No, but as long as Chicago beats Green Bay, then Carolina would just go to Chicago. And my Niners would still go to Seattle, so never mind. Not that I'm scared to go to Seattle. I've already said we're going to beat Philly. We're going to go to Seattle and beat them. And then we're going to go back home and beat the Rams in Levi South. SoFi Stadium. Yeah, that's the breaking news, y'all. Ravens fired head coach John Harbaugh. I'm kind of surprised, too. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little flabbergasted because nobody ever listens to me. Nobody ever listens to Unc, and I'm just looking like this crazy dude who just talking. Somebody finally listened to me. I told you it was time. It's been time. This should have happened 3 years ago, in my opinion, but finally they get it. Who would you replace Harbaugh with in Baltimore, and where do you think Harbaugh goes next? Does he take a year off, or does he just keep going right at it like Andy Reid did when he got booted out of Philadelphia and went straight to Kansas City? 49ers says, you were right. Thank you, brother. I sure was, wasn't I? Wasn't I? Yeah, I said it, man. Whoever loses that game should get fired. Tomlin or Harbaugh. I don't care. But Harbaugh should have been gone, and this is time. And I just hope that they bring in the right person so Lamar Jackson can really shut everybody up for the people who think he can't win a good game. Mark Andrews dropped that damn ball in the championship game. Zay Flowers fumbled that ball at the goal line against the Chiefs. What the hell? That kicker missed the game Sunday night in Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson didn't do any of that shit. Harbaugh had 3 playoff wins in 8 seasons with Lamar Jackson, y'all. 3 playoff wins in 8 seasons. Man, Kyle Shanahan can get that in 1 playoff. And y'all know how hard I am on Kyle. But even he's gotten 3 Super Bowls, literally. Because he's been to 2 Super Bowls. So you have to get at least 3 in 1 postseason. But even in 2021, we won the wild card, we won the divisional round, and we lost the championship game. That's 2 in 1 offseason. In the 2 Super Bowl years, we had to have 3. And we did. That's 1 offseason. That's 1 postseason. Harbaugh, it took him 8 seasons to get 3 playoff wins, and he's got the greatest football player in the world at quarterback playing for him. That's why he should have been booted before Mike Tomlin in the first damn place. Because Mike Tomlin hadn't had a franchise quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger retired. And it seemed like that's been about 10 years. And let's be real, Big Ben should have retired about 2 or 3 years before he left. It wasn't looking good. And they hadn't replaced him yet, but I don't think that's all on Mike Tomlin. I just think he needs a change of scenery. It's time for both of them to mutually agree to part ways. And if the Texans upset the Steelers on Monday night, like I'm predicting, I still won't be surprised if Tomlin is next. We may see a whole new AFC North in 2026. Who knows? All right, y'all. Hope all of y'all brought the new year in good. It's January the 6th, so this is about the last day we can really say Happy New Year. But Happy New Year to anybody that hadn't watched me this year. If it's your first time coming to the Great Debate Show ever, Happy New Year. If it's your first time coming back for this year, Happy New Year. Let's get this thing started and let's get it started right. Why did the Bengals not fire their coach? Talk about a brand new AFC North. He should have been gone. Brendan right here says the Bengals are cheap, so I doubt it. How do you feel about Kazar White? I'm sorry, 49ers. Who was that? What's up, Ice Tray? Joa Band? I thought that Roethlisberger should have retired 4 years before he did. It's something like that. Yeah, you're about right. He got the built-in excuse Burrow. Yeah, but he ain't getting to the playoffs with Burrow either. Why does Zach Taylor still have his job? He should be next. NFL means not for long, coaches. That's right, Frank. That's right. What's up, Matthew Jones? Steelers will win. Boy, I know you hope so. I only hit like and subscribe if I am recognized in the comments, and he hasn't done that yet. What? Frank, I've literally read like 2 or 3 of your comments, brother. Stop it. And should I really have to read comments to get a like button? I think not. There's plenty of people out there right now live streaming, don't read a damn thing unless it's a super chat. And super chat means getting paid. You ain't paid me once to say a damn thing, Frank. So come on, man. Chill out with that now. Chill out. You ain't got to hit it. I can't make you. Steve Biscotti details incredibly difficult decision to part ways with John Harbaugh. Oh, well. Thank you, Keith. I am a little busy. Keep in mind that I've got you all here live on YouTube, and I've also got TikTok people right here watching me live as well. I can't read everything. All right? I ain't apologizing for that shit either now. Yeah, keep it up. Them super chats coming. I bet a lot of you motherfuckers will be real quiet once you got to start paying for me to read your comment. And I could have been done that because I think I've hit the threshold to do that now with my subs, and I've just chosen not to. Because come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. Who are you scared of heading into the playoffs? Says Porter 243. Y'all, I honestly think that, okay, well, the Broncos got one of the best defenses in the league, but the Texans have the #1 defense. So I think y'all really got to watch out for the Texans. I know their offense is a little shaky. It's a little up and down, but they have a lot of injuries. And Tank Dell, I don't think he still didn't come back, but Nico Collins and those guys started to get it together. Stroud, he didn't have his best game Sunday, but defense wins them. They still say defense wins the championships, and I think DeMeco Ryan and the Texans are going to finally, this year is going to be the postseason, they finally get past that divisional round that they always get stuck in neutral on. But they always win these wild card games. I know this will be a tough one, having to go to Pittsburgh, but come on, y'all. How many times this year have we said Pittsburgh is not really a good football team? They've been so inconsistent. They've been so up and down, so wishy-washy. So we've been kind of back and forth with them. Are they real? Are they not? Are they contenders? Are they pretenders? Aaron Rodgers is going to have his hands full against that Texans #1 defense on Monday night. So I would say the Texans is a team that people should be scared of. Coming over to the NFC, it's wide open, man. It's wide open. If Devontae Adams gets back right and he is trying to play Saturday against the Panthers, you got to watch out for the Rams. The Seahawks has got a nasty defense. They're #1. If the Eagles can just turn back into the Eagles, they're going back-to-back. I don't care what anybody says. The only reason why I doubt Philadelphia is because they don't look like the Super Bowl team of 2024. They look more like the 2023 team instead of the 2024 team. So, good question. It's hard to answer. And with everything that I still said, if Josh Allen puts that cape on his back and he turns into Superman for every playoff game that he's still there, watch out. And that's why I got all the 5th seed and all the 6th seed teams winning this weekend. I guess the #2 Bears will win, and I guess the #2 Patriots will win. But outside of those #2 seeds in the AFC and the NFC, I got Buffalo upsetting Jacksonville. I've got Houston upsetting Pittsburgh, and I've got of course, the 5th seed Rams upsetting Carolina. And I've got my 6th seed Niners upsetting the #3 Eagles. Only because the Eagles just don't seem like the Eagles that we saw last year. I know it's still a long shot. I know there's really nothing that we can do probably better than them. But if we can run the ball, something that we have been doing pretty good the past few weeks, I don't think the Eagles stopped the run like the Seattle Seahawks did. I don't think the Eagles defense is as good as the Seahawks. They are good, but I don't know if they're quite Seattle good. And then that was a division game. You're not going to sweep your division opponents when both of the teams are good. And both teams are good. I mean, we're only good on one side of the football, but it got us 12-5. I'll take it. Okay. Why people think it's going to be easy. Why people think it's going to be easy beating them. Yeah, I didn't say it was going to be easy, Big Mob. Now, don't put words in my mouth, brother. I didn't say that. I just said y'all don't look like the team that ran through everybody last season. That's all I'm saying. Y'all don't. I've been with the 49ers since '84, but now I think football is a paid sport. It just does not seem, I think real is probably what you want to say. Good one, Brad. It is. It's all staged. And it's all about the Benjamins, baby. No Diddy. Big Mob said, not you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I know I didn't say that. I was about to say. But talented team, talented roster and everything. Look, I got to really make this call, though, y'all. It's very important. I broke the news to you. I said what I had to say. The Eagles, Niners on Sunday. I think it's going to be good. I think the best game of the weekend probably will be the Packers and the Bears. If we get another one of those thrillers, that's going to be a good game Saturday night. Don't sleep on the Chargers on Sunday night in New England. I just think that the Chargers just have too many injuries and their receivers don't come through for Justin Herbert enough to pull that off. But wouldn't it be great if the Chargers could get a win? It would be great. But everybody's saying New England's going to win, and they probably do. What are we going to say about Justin Herbert if he goes yet again and he doesn't get another playoff win? When are we going to start talking about him while we talk so much about Lamar can't win the big one? If Justin Herbert loses Saturday night at Foxborough, this is another playoff loss for him, and he still doesn't have any playoff wins, and he came into the league the same year Lamar Jackson did. Now, I know Lamar Jackson doesn't have as many playoff wins as we would like, but I think they just got rid of the reason why the Ravens only have 3 playoff wins in 8 seasons since Lamar's been there. John Harbaugh is some of that reason, a lot of that reason, and I'm glad he's finally gone. But do you all realize that if Justin Herbert doesn't win Saturday night in Foxborough, it's another playoff L for him? Nobody criticizes him enough. I know I just said he ain't got a lot of talent on the offense, but he did get Keenan Allen back this year. He's got John Harbaugh now at coach. When are we going to start holding Herbert accountable? Yes, he's a talented brother, just like Joe Burrow. But these quarterbacks sometimes don't have anything to show for it, and nobody likes to say anything unless their name is Lamar Jackson. You can't win the big one. Brock Purdy, I told you he's overrated, or he's game manager, or he's, and I'm the one who says that too half the time, I'm not going to lie. But I'm just saying, no, we got to stop picking on the same quarterbacks, and let's start holding all of these quarterbacks accountable. From the South said, wait, is he fired? Yes. John Harbaugh's out of there, baby. Finally, they really pulled the trigger. Kazir White is a linebacker the Niners signed. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed that, bro. I've been working hard at it today. I did not know that. I'll do my research and find out about him. Tell me what you know about him. And where did he come from? Yeah, Tatum Bethune is done for the playoffs. The growing injury is going to leave him out for the Niner fans. I forgot to mention that as well. Forgot to report that. My apologies. And what's his name? Looked god-awful. Eric Kendricks. Everybody kept saying sign Eric Kendricks, and we did. It's a reason why he was available. I don't even know if he's in football shape either. He hadn't played. I don't even know when the last time he played. Go Birds, respectfully. Oh, it's all love, man. It's all respect. To I don't even know how to say that. Exo Star, stay from the South. Good luck to you, man. Y'all supposed to kick our ass. And you've got every player and talent and every star on your team to do. I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb, obviously. Sorry about that, YouTube. Hire Jesse Minters from the Chargers for DC. That is a very good mentionable name that you just brought up there. Jesse Minters is supposed to get a few looks. That's the DC with the Chargers. He has done a great job, so that's a good name. Thank you for that comment, Eugene Johnson. That could be someone that Baltimore looks to, but I think Baltimore needs to go offense. Not that Lamar has to have an offensive guy, but we've never seen it. I know y'all think that Lamar has reached his ceiling and probably can't get any better, but he's been making the most out of nothing. But he squeezed all the juice he could out of that orange, and now it's just pulp. What if he got an offensive-minded coach, a good one, and not Cliff Kingsbury? He all right, but no, not him. I'm talking more like Eric Bieniemy, Joe Brady from the Bills. I don't know. All right, so we'll come back and we'll talk about I'm going to play a head coach shuffle on the next episode. We'll talk about where these head coaches should go. And I'm going to also give you a new format on what the NFL should do to change the playoffs, change the playoff seedings, and putting teams in their rightful divisions. This is going to be a good one. Y'all don't want to miss that one. I'm going to show you where teams are going to get I'm going to scramble some teams around because I'll leave you with this. The Dallas Cowboys technically should never be in the NFC East. So what if I came up with a scenario on how the Dallas Cowboys are in the NFC South? And I move the Carolina Panthers out of the NFC South to the NFC East. I know Carolina's still in the South, but at least they're in the Eastern time zone. Dallas has never been in the Eastern time zone. They're not even in the Central time zone, if I'm not mistaken. And even if they are, they ain't in no NFC East. I'm going to change some teams around from their respectful divisions. We're going to play a little Scrabble, and I'm going to show you how the NFL could fix this whole seeding thing, because I'm so tired of hearing people complain, and I'm one of them too, because my team has had to go through this too. But the Panthers should not be hosting a playoff game this Saturday. I'm sorry. Just because they won their division. We've got to get rid of this. So I'm going to give you a whole new format of how the NFL should change their playoff format and the seedings and teams being switched around to their respectful divisions. The Indianapolis Colts is not in the South, so why are they in the AFC South? Well, on the next episode, I'm going to tell you how they should go back to where they used to be, in the AFC East or maybe in the AFC North. Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right, y'all, I said what I had to say. I did not get Liddy in here. I thought she was going to go ahead and let's do that debate thing. She did try to get in the other night, but it was just getting too late for me. But we're going to debate the WWE. CM Punk is still the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Braun Breaker did not win. Maybe me and her will discuss what's up with that and what's going to happen next for them. Also, what's his name? Chris Jericho didn't show up last night either. I thought maybe he would have interfered in that match and maybe helped CM Punk win or not. But I think he's going to come back babyface if he comes back at all. King Mikey, thank you, brother. They don't like to hit that like button, do they, man? He said, y'all hit the fucking like button. 26 people in here. And then they jump out as soon as somebody calls them out. That's why I think I'll sign off right now. For the Baltimore Ravens, of course. Jesse Minters would be a good move, Eugene. But I would rather see Lamar Jackson get an offensive guy for a change. Do y'all think they're going to ride with Lamar Jackson? Do you think they're going to give him the extension? Or are they just going to move on and get a fresh new start with a new coach and a new quarterback? I can see it, though. Who would it be? You don't just let Lamar Jackson go for any damn thing. Then again, maybe they just get a haul of draft picks and they draft somebody and go get a bridge. I don't know. The Falcons reworked Kirk Cousins' contract. I also forgot to report that. That means Kirk Cousins may be the starter next year. And if so, what does that mean for Michael Penix Jr.? Niner Gang. What's up, Nick Hogan? How you doing, brother? Appreciate that. Lamar staying. Yeah, I'm sure he will. But I was like, one of them got to go. But now we know who it is now. It was Harbaugh. I called that Sunday night, y'all. Somebody did give me my credit on TikTok, but I did call that, y'all. I did. Oh, wow. I did not know all these comments have been coming through here. Terry said the last hope for New York is the Buffalo Bills. We will be gone in the opening round. They can join the Jets and the Giants. New year, New York, fly, Eagle, fly. I don't know if Buffalo's going to be gone the first week. I got them beating the Jags. That's just me, though. Jags going to boot the asses to the Bills like they did most of the last 8 to 9 teams they have played. Yeah, but them last 8 to 9 teams weren't that good, though. In my opinion, Whip Piro, 2755. Y'all, I'm ready for the Packers and the Bears. It's going to be a good one. Going to be a good one. Put Pittsburgh in the NFC East. The NFC East? Damn, Terry. I don't know if we want to switch conferences like that, but that would be interesting to have the Steelers and Eagles go at it twice a year in the state of Pennsylvania. That may start a riot. That could turn into what the Niners and Raiders used to be. Nah, that was really close, the Niners and the Raiders. Rams are getting all their guys back. They should get back on another row. They should get back on another row and get back to the Super Bowl. You could be very well right. Dominguez, 2-2. You could be right. I hope that's not true, but I hope you're not right, but you could be. I just mentioned earlier when somebody asked me, who am I scared of? Who should people be scared of? I would say the Texans defense in the AFC. I would say the Broncos defense in the AFC. And I would say the Rams if Devontae can get back and stay on the field. If he doesn't retweak or aggravate that hamstring again, yeah, the Rams can be a problem. I think they're going to beat the Panthers, of course, on the road. I think they're going to go to Chicago and beat the Bears in the divisional round. And I think they'll be in the NFC Championship game. Rams will have to beat Philadelphia eventually. Nah, man, I'll tell you. We're going to beat Philadelphia Saturday. I know you don't believe that, but you'll see. You'll see. All right, y'all, I got to go. My time is up. Y'all be safe. Have a good Monday. I think I reported everything that needed to be said. But the biggest news for today, even though the Browns need a coach now, the Titans need a head coach, the Giants, the Falcons, the Arizona Cardinals, all these teams need new head coaches. But the biggest one of the day is John Harbaugh is fired in Baltimore, and the Ravens have now joined the head coaching search. And let's see where these guys go. A lot of interviews, a lot of people, a lot of candidates available. Let's see what happens. I'm going to leave you with one more thing, though. What was I going to say? The 49er-Eagle game. Even though I think the Packers and the Bears will be the most exciting one probably, the Eagles are #1 in red zone offense. It takes them a while to get there sometimes, but when they get there, they score. But surprisingly, the stats show that the 49ers are like number 12, number 11, excuse me, in red zone defense. So we got a shot. We kind of got a shot. And I think we will be able to do more offensively this weekend than we were able to do last weekend. So we'll see how it goes. Tommy said, y'all one and done. You'll see. You'll see. 4.5 now. 4.5 now. Sweet Baby Inc. Eagles, 4.5 favorite. I like it. I hope it goes up to 6.5, 7. What is that supposed to mean? It means nothing. They still got to play the game, baby. They still got to play the game. And our offense has not been stagnant if you're talking about my team. It just had a bad week. Yeah, he's probably talking about the Eagles. Thank you for the comment. Brute. Eagles-Niners play Sunday too. Oh, I know. I know. We need to get O-line better, says DJ Rubes. Yes. We got this, says Fish Cat. Still won't get past LA, says Jacob. You'll see. You'll see. Coco said bang, bang. Bang, bang, sister. Bang, bang. Thank you, Coco. LA won't make it far. You got that right. They're going to win a few games, but I'm telling you. Niners, Rams, NFC Championship, Levi South. You know, our second home. Cup 846 says bang, bang, Niner gang. Miles says we just need the defense to make a few stops and the offense just needs to get back in rhythm. And both of those things can and I think probably will happen. Good comment, Miles. What do you think about the Saints? I think the Saints just need to put together some good draft picks again and spend some money in free agency. Get you a running game going. You know the Saints hadn't had a 1,000-yard rusher in like 7 years. How is that Alvin Kamara still there? He can't stay healthy anymore. And they still wouldn't trade him and get anything for him. I can't wait to see what the Saints look like because Tyler Shook starts to look like he really can play in this league as a starter. The thing people aren't thinking about in 3 games is 13 days. Us, 3 games in 13 days. 40-plus points in all 3. They were tired. I don't know about that, Angel, but hey, man, we ran into a good team, and it's a division game. I won't make excuses for them, but we're going to get them back. Divisional round, the Niners are going to Seattle, and we're going to beat them just like we did week 1. And it'll be easier to do so now since we split versus if we had went and swept them Saturday. We wouldn't have beat them 3 times in 1 year. I hardly doubt it. The pressure's on Seattle now. The pressure is off of San Francisco. They don't have to hype us up anymore. We can go back under the radar. I like it this way. If we lose, we lose. But if we win, yeah, I already know I'm going to have like 3 people in these live streams. Like 3 people are only going to show up. Todd, we have 0 linebackers healthy. I know. We ain't had any linebackers this year anyway, healthy or not. Let's just win 1 more game, maybe 2, and we'll get the best linebacker in the world back. Okay, y'all, that's enough of me, man. I got to go. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a great Tuesday evening. I got to get me something to eat and watch a little NXT probably and try to get me some shut-eye, man. I'm still out of town, and I'm handling business. So y'all be safe, and I will be back again to reshuffle. Do a little reshuffle the head coaching candidates. I'm going to put a coach on every team that needs a head coach right now, and we're going to do the reseeding and a whole new reformat of how the NFL should run their playoffs. This should be good. I hope y'all come back, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Y'all be safe. Make sure y'all follow The Great Debate Show on all social media platforms and YouTube. Y'all got to do better getting that like button up. I'm not going to be able to read every comment. If you hit the like button, I'm not talking to you. You know I love you. All right. Follow The Great Debate Show on TikTok and YouTube. Hit that notification bell because you never know. And follow on TikTok because you never know when your favorite unk might pop back up. Thank you, JT. They said good show. Thank you. Until then, we didn't see the tag team champions last night, did we? Until we eat again. Y'all be safe. Peace. Love y'all.